And welcome to Thursday Night Football here on the Wolves Network. We got an exciting game between the Davenport Wolves and the Holy Cross Knights, a pair of teams, both 3-2, both looking to get that first win at the end of the month of September to kick them into October. I'm joined tonight by Stephen Foster. My name's Tony Brubaker. We'll bring you all the action here tonight. And Stephen, this should be a good one. Two teams really looking for identity, and they're halfway through the season. They are, and I tell you, to see an evenly matched record, two teams, and an up-and-coming Davenport Wolves, team that has some seniors, but primarily mid-range with sophomores and juniors. Going to be very interesting hosting their neighbors to the south. Holy Cross comes in 3-2. As I mentioned, Davenport's also 3-2. Tonight's Gold Out game is sponsored by Casa Roofing. Gold Out is for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and all the profits go to the Jimmy V Cancer Research Foundation. Again, glad to be with you on the Wolves Network. Holy Cross won the toss and deferred, so they'll kick off with what looks like a 15 to 20 mile an hour wind, mostly at their back, and Davenport will start on offense first after receiving the kick. Despite the fact that the wind is blowing strong at their back, both return guys for the Wolves are up. One's at the 10 and one's at the 15, so they're not expecting much on the return. It is a short kick that actually bounces at about the 28, picked up and returned to the near side. Picked up by Payne. He gets hit and knocked down, fumbles loose, ball on the ground. And I think the Wolves come up with it, and they'll start 1st and 10. Payne, the returner, did get it back. Got it to a 29, and I tell you, as long as you hold on to the football, get past the 25, everything's good in Texas. Indeed. So they'll start at the 29, 1st and 10. The quarterback is Tristan Hamlin. The sophomore throws it 62% of the time, 1,129 yards and 12 touchdowns. He's also run for 160 yards on 23 carries. So two-dimensional. He's got two receivers to the right and one to the left on this formation, kind of in the pistol. The handoff goes to Golden. He gets a hole off right tackle and scrambles up to about the 37, a gain of 8. Knocked down on the play by Ethan Vargas. Same formation except for the back is to the right of Hamlin here. They'll give it to Golden again, this time off left tackle. Has a hole again and gets first down yardage before he's brought down across the 40. At about the 43, safety came up and made the play that time. Actually, the Wolf, well, not the Wolf, Ty Phillips is his name. He's in a different position. They've got 5 defensive backs. He's one of them. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left now. No tight end in the formation. Hamlin waits for the snap. 1st and 10 from the 43. This time he'll throw. And a great catch by Payne. Runs the sideline. He's got first down yardage across midfield. Gets pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard lines where they'll mark him out. And that's another first down for the Wolves as they continue to march down the field. Well, the 10th grader with a great grab, a one-handed grab on the far side, and then stays in bounds, gets about 10 more yards. That's a 20-yard gain with a great catch. Same formation again. This time they'll fake it to Golden. Hamlin pulls it back and runs it himself. He's got first down yardage on a big hole off tackle before he's dragged down on the play by Aaron Martinez. And again, they'll go hurry up offense. We've played less than 2 minutes. They've marched over 40 yards. Little play action pass and a pass to a receiver out on the edge. That's Golden, actually his running back, and he gets hit as soon as he catches it. They'll give him a yard at the 25, but not much. And when you have a safety who's a senior that comes up that quick, it's a solid tackle, and that was a statement as the Wolves have been driving this ball down the field pretty steady, Tony. So tight end on the right side, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hamlin takes it, gives it to Golden. Actually keeps it, pulls it down, throws it up the middle. A good catch. Should be enough for a first down at the 16-yard line. It's caught by Emmett Greiman, a sophomore with 22. That's his 23rd receptions. He's also got 3 touchdowns through the air. So first down yardage to the 16, 1st and 10 there. Davenport continues to move. This time The running back Golden gets it, and he's caught in the backfield. Good looking play there by Amir Ali, one of their leading tacklers at a defensive end spot.
This came through. A lot of penetration on the right defensive side, left side of the offensive line, and nowhere for the rusher to go. Seems like the 10th grade is really carrying this Wolves offense. As you mentioned, quarterback and receivers doing very well.
Second year Davenport has been a school. Last year they were 2-1. This year 3-2. A little play fake, pump fake, now over the top, intended for Greiman, but overthrows him in the end zone. So our first incomplete pass brings up third down and long after the loss on first down.
I love the pump fake. Try to get the secondary to come up. They actually do. I think the pass was just a little bit long for the receiver. I like the pass that's farther than shorter, because then if nobody catches it, you can reset and play third down.
You're right. Greiman did have some space on the defensive back there, and he just was missed by Hamlin. Now a late handoff. Golden's wrapped up in the backfield, and that is Ali again. Amir Ali, who gets the tackle for loss. And so after a loss of 4 yards the first time, here's a loss of another 4, and it's fourth down and about, what was that now, 17 or 18 yards.
Ali, senior, 6'3", 237 pounds. That's a grown man in high school.
They are going to go for it. Two receivers to either side. Hamlin straight drop back. Three-step drop. Throws it over the middle. Has a receiver. He makes one man miss him. He's got to go to get a first down. Drops it on the ground, and I think Holy Cross gets it, and they'll pick it up. Picked up by the safety, Marco Jimenez Cedeo. And it'll be Holy Cross ball. Would have been their ball on downs, but they'll get it on the 11 nonetheless.
Good looking drive, but as you mentioned, you can go from 20s to 20s. The real issue becomes in the red zone from the 20-yard line in, and right now, Holy Cross doing a great job in turning back the Wolves, who are steadily moving down the field.
So Holy Cross will have its first chance to go. Let me tell you, our referee tonight is Gino Brasino. Frank Garza, the umpire. Head line judge Irvin Russell. Jimmy Saldivar is the line judge. Back judge Danny Torres. Field judge Thaddeus Chase. Side judge is Ruben Lopez. That's your crew for tonight. Hopefully we won't call their names the rest of the night, because they didn't do anything to have their names called. Works for me. 1st and 10 from the 11. Quarterback is Gilbert Alvarado, and he's a freshman. Tailback is Joe Angel Perez. He gets the ball on the first play. Gets a couple of yards. They'll mark him just past the 13, so we'll call it the 14. Short gain on the play. A couple Wolves on the interior line made up the tackle. So it's 2nd down and 8.
And Tony, the Holy Cross Knights, they look more like Golden Domers as opposed to Holy Cross. And, you know, being on the East Coast for college football, I got to see Holy Cross up close and personal. Gordy Lockbaum back in the day, who was going for a Heisman Trophy.
3-4 defensive formation for the Wolves. They'll give it again to Perez. He avoids first contact by pushing through it and gets a couple of yards before he's finally brought down. At the bottom of the pile is Judge Erickson, a junior linebacker. So now 3rd and 5. They've got to get to the 22 for a first down. The ball at the 17.
I like the team tackling of the Wolves. It's one guy getting there, and he is joined by a whole host of teammates.
We've gone under the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. No score. First possession for Holy Cross. 3rd and 5. Alvarado wants to throw, and his receiver not on the same page. Intended out on the edge for Jimenez Cedeo, and it goes incomplete, and that brings up 4th down.
And good coverage by Jaden Soverall on the far side. You want to push past the sticks, right? Then you want to create a cushion so you can work back. I think Gilbert Alvarado understood that as the quarterback, but you had a receiver who was trying, I think, get a little greedy and get some more real estate before turning back and looking for the ball.
Timing on the play wasn't good. We'll say it that way. Marco Becerra is the punter. His punt just crosses midfield. There will be no return. Punt of about 35 yards, and again, no return. Davenport will have the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 49. So each team has had offense. Davenport marched the ball down the field all the way to the 11 before losing it. Holy Cross did not get a first down. This season, Holy Cross is 3-2. They lost their opener to Bernie Geneva. Then they won at Corpus Christi John Paul 34-7. They beat Hyde Park 42-0. They beat Pearsall 49-0. Then they lost last week at Grapevine Christian 42-0. So it's been feast or famine for them. Hamlin wants to throw. He has a slot receiver that does a little in route, and a good catch on the play by a receiver not on the list. That's Braden Mulkey, pardon me. Mulkey makes the catch. And that's first down yardage for the Wolves.
Very impressed by the 10th grade of Davenport.
Yeah. Mulkey's 28th reception this season. Here is the tailback Golden. He's got room on the right side. A horse collar tackle will add more as he gets up to the 25-yard line. Good enough for a first down, and will add additional yardage for the horse collar tackle as well by the Holy Cross defender.
Marcos Jimenez Cedillo, and he's the senior in the secondary, and he's got good size at 6'3", almost 190 pounds. But if he didn't grab for something, it could have been Katie bar the door, and it's going to be 15 additional from the 25, which should put the ball at the 10-yard line, Tony.
It should be half the distance, so I think it'll go 12.5.
That's right. You are one of those.
Yeah.
In other lifetimes.
Yeah, I think our umpire started to take it 15 yards and came back and asked the referee. So 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Golden off left tackle. Gets some room. Gets inside the 10 before he's wrestled down to the ground. Ali again on another tackle. He's been a one-man tackling machine for the Knights tonight. On 2nd and 6, Golden takes it again left side, gets a couple of yards up to the 5. Again, Ali in on the tackle. They've got to find a way to double team him, and there'll be a touchdown.
Well, I like the fact that the Wolves are going off tackle. I don't really like to run in the A-gaps too often because you mentioned there's so many big people on defense there.
Golden takes it again, goes off the left side. Gets bumped, but not until he gets first down yardage to the 3. I think that was well, they're going to say 4th down and inches. Ball started at the 12.5, so they got to get inside the 3. So it is 4th and inches. They're going to bring the bulk in again. Another offensive lineman. They get rid of 2 receivers. Looks like they're going to call a timeout as well. Who called it? Our official has said there is a timeout, but hasn't pointed which direction. Or is there a delay of game? So 5 yards back. So now instead of 4th and inches, it is 4th and 5.5 yards.
So Tony, as I gave you away, you have done officiating. I don't understand why that was a procedure call. I could see maybe a legal substitution, but the ball wasn't snapped, so how could there have been a procedure 5-yard penalty?
I don't know that I was paying enough attention, but that probably was a substitution issue because so many guys were going back and forth, and I'm going to call a timeout now. Holy Cross is going to call a timeout. 4:30 to go in the opening quarter. There is a timeout on the field. No score, and you are tuned in to the Wolves Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Back at Wolves Stadium at Davenport High School, the Wolves hosting Holy Cross. No score, 4:30 to go in the opening quarter. and they're going to try a field goal.
25 yards, and you mentioned the wind.
Miles Mendez, the kicker, is going to try a 25-yard field goal. I am not just a sophomore. The left-footed kicker sends it up, and it is no good, wide to the right. So the Wolves get inside the red zone twice tonight, but fail to score. First time giving it up on downs. This time a field goal attempt from 25 yards goes wide right, and 2 penetrations into the red zone prove fruitless for Davenport.
Yeah, and again, as we spoke off air, maybe when you had that 4th and short, you could have got your alignment set up. Take your time. You're at home, and it's a non-district game, but set up your offense, take the time out, get your jumbo package in if that's what you select as the offensive coordinator, and then run the play.
Yeah, we're still not real sure how that penalty occurred, so if we get an answer before too long, we'll pass it along to you. In any event, the Wolves defense is back out there. We'll set it for you here in a moment and give you some names. Alvarado, the quarterback, up under center. Little jet sweep from the right slot. Good looking run. This is the tailback, Perez. Gets a great run all the way from the 20 out to the 45, a 25-yard gain before he's wrestled out of bounds. And that's just a different mix-up of the formation. He's on the right slot and does a little sweep around.
Well, that's a misdirection, a counter, whatever you want to call it back in the day. But you get the defense, and this is kind of football judo, Tony. Get them going one way, get your rusher coming the other, get a seal block on that off tackle, and let it be a foot race.
So it looks like they're going to really, it's like a split T almost. They're going to give it to Perez going right this time, only he's wrestled down. A good-looking tackle by the safety, Aiden Edwards. The junior wrapped him up and took him to the ground after no gain. It's 2nd and 10. Good job by the defensive catching up.
It's kind of that slot T look, and you had a huge running back as the defense comes to play a little offense as Amir Ali was lined up behind the quarterback, so you really have to honor that if he goes busting up the middle with that size, but then you had the misdirection in the backfield.
So they'll stay with it. Alvarado up under center, takes the snap, gives it up the middle. As mentioned, this is Ali. Did he lose the ball? Offensive lineman saying it's a first down as it's now 3rd and 5. He just a little bit out on the sticks. He got by the yard to start.
Yes.
He didn't get to the yard to gain.
Correct.
So a 5-yard gain makes it 3rd and 5.
And also, when you're usually playing defense, you sometimes forget the rules of 5 points of protection on the football when you're running it. And there's going to be defenders looking to take advantage of your lack of touching the football.
Ali's never mentioned on the depth chart as far as offense, but he's out there. They have another one, Isaiah Flores. There's illegal procedure, so that'll cost him 5. Isaiah Flores is 6'2", 235, and a junior. He's the H-back, but I haven't seen him out on the field tonight. Now there he is. He is out there. But Flores, or Ali, making an appearance, and we haven't seen him with any stats this year, rushing the ball, and he got a run earlier. Now it's 3rd and 10, and back to the drawing board for this offensive staff.
Well, the rusher, Perez, number 20, great number, Tony, as well, just of note, has been the one that's done the most damage, and he looks as the most polished rusher right now in the arsenal for Holy Cross.
Ali going out to a wide receiver slot now. I'd throw him the ball, throw him a jump ball about 10 yards down the field if Alvarado can throw it. And play clock might have run out.
And I think they were taking your advice.
Yeah, delay a game. So it's now 3rd and 15.
Well, if you can throw it 10, you can throw it 15. The idea is do not give Gilbert Alvarado, if you're the Davenport Wolves defense, an opportunity to get back, even if it's a 3-step drop. Get in his face. You're figuring, hey, press coverage on Ali and see what happens. Take your chances. This Wolves defense has been very good in swarming.
Darion Brown is the cornerback over on Ali on the far side. Alvarado wants to throw, but he's got pressure. Chasing him down are the Wolves, and they'll sack him clear back at the 31. Great job that time. Rushing was Richard Horton, a junior end, and he got to him and helped put him down.
Yeah, this defense has been very good so far. They do not bend or break, and right there, as on cue, they push back Holy Cross, and now it's 4th and forever.
And again, called to punt is Mario Becerra, the senior at 5'11", 180. Punts at about 34 a game. His first punt was 31 yards. Get this one off quick before he gets pressure. This one will go a little bit farther and be picked up. The Wolves pick it up at about the 35, return it to the 40, so that's where they'll start 1st and 10. That was Greiman, who had the return of about 5 yards. 1st and 10 for the Wolves, who have their 3rd offensive possession, still with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter.
You got to get the ball either through the wickets or into the 10-yard area with the big letters.
2 receivers either side. A fake to Golden. Hamlin keeps it. He sees a defender, then jukes him out. Gains 3 yards before he's bumped to the ground by a member of the secondary. That is let me get the right team for you. That is Joshua Rios, who had the tackle. Hamlin trying to call his own number just enough to stay honest. Now 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 receiver now at tight end. We got motion across the formation. Golden takes a trap up the middle. He's got room across midfield, across the 40. Finally wrestled down and brought down inside the 40-yard line at the 36. Good work by the defense that time. Ty Phillips has the tackle, but the Wolves get another first down.
He's trying to match his opponent rushing mate with another 20-yard rush.
148 yards a game for Golden. This time the pass to the edge is complete for a few yards, 6 yards up to the 30. That is Payne. Kyler Payne, the sophomore, 14 catches coming into the game. He's got a couple. We've got timeout on the field as it's the end of the first quarter. And it's a scoreless tie on the Wolves Network.
At Audi Norpark, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi Norpark strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi Norpark.
Solar panels are spread across the roof of a Walmart.
We believe everyone deserves to live better. And just being sustainable isn't enough.
People shop in the garden center.
Our future depends on regeneration. That's why we're working to not only protect our planet, but restore, renew, and replenish it, so we can all live better tomorrow.
Caption: we're focused on regeneration today so we can all live better tomorrow. Walmart.com/live-better-tomorrow.
As we come back, the Wolves run the first play of the second quarter, and it is Greiman out of the backfield. Really was caught about 3 yards deep, but continued to weave his way through and ended up picking up a yard to make it 3rd and 3. So the Wolves continue in the hurry-up offense. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. Motion again. Handoff is pulled back, and here's Hamlin. He's on the loose. Good-looking hole on the left side. Finally tackled and brought down on the play by Patrick Ortiz.
It's a good decision by the quarterback. Nice little juke. I think if he would have stayed inside and kept going right, he might have gotten even more.
So again, they say a false start. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15.
tell you, I like the demeanor and rapport of sophomore quarterback Tristan Hamlin. He looks like he's playing varsity football. Yes, he's in his 6th game, but as a sophomore, I really like how he has control of his offense. I like his decision making, and he's moved his team well up and down the field. Now he's just got to get some points on the board.
That I have. And remember, tonight's Gold Out game is sponsored by Casa Roofing. Here's Hamlin on the run to the sideline. Nice pass, but can't be held. Jacob Simon, the junior receiver with 11 catches on the season, had it go off his hands. Incomplete, makes it 2nd and 15 on coverage. That is 80. Yes, Jake Rios. You don't see 80 at cornerback very often. That's what confused me.
Kind of like the single digits in the NFL now.
Yeah.
The reverse.
Hamlin takes the snap, gives it to Golden. Finds some room up the middle, trying to chase his tackle who had pulled. Gets to the 20, a short gain. It'll still be 3rd and 13 when we come back, and that is Ali again on the tackle along with safety Nathan Trevino.
And again, both of these defenses bending, or at least Holy Cross bending from 20 to 20, but definitely getting stronger as they have less real estate to cover.
Interesting call on 3rd and 13. Hamlin wants to throw, then loses the ball, then kicks it by mistake, falls on it, gets hit hard, and they're going to give it to Holy Cross. They say he did not pick it up, and it will be a turnover. Picked up on the play by Mario Bacara, the senior, who also punts. He plays defense, and he gets the turnover. It's Holy Cross ball at the 26-yard line.
And that was, I think, a signal caller who was anxious to find a receiver, and he had him. In fact, if he looked backside, which I think that was Hamlin's idea, Emmett Griman was standing all alone in the north end zone by the S. And so unfortunate that, again, the Wolves make it down inside the red zone, then start getting driven back. And right there, I think the concentration left the signal caller there, and a fortuitous opportunity for Holy Cross.
So Holy Cross comes back. Little motion and a pitch. Perez takes it going left, has a couple of blocks, breaks a tackle. First down yardage past the 35 before he's wrestled to the ground by a whole host of Wolves. Laborio Lopez, a senior defensive lineman, in on the early part of that tackle, then about 6 others got a part of it. First down yardage to the 39. It's 1st and 10.
13 with the little toss to the far side, Tony. Follow your blockers. Be a little patient, and you can pick up some extra yards downfield.
Again, a slot on either tackle and a fullback behind him. Perez is on the left side of the offense. They've got illegal procedure here, so their 1st and 10 will be a 1st and 15.
Josh Rios near side to us. A little antsy, and he goes out the game, and I'm sure the coaches just want to get a reset. I think he's more upset than the coaches, but nonetheless, 1st and 15.
Receiver either way. Alvarado gives it to the fullback up the middle. And a good gain to the 42. That's a new runner, Joshua Ramos, the senior at 5'9" and 200. Runs a little bit like a bowling ball. Got a nice gain of about 7 yards up to the 41.
And as you mentioned, the formation, you have 2 wing backs, one on either side of the formation, and then you have a 3-point stance rusher behind the quarterback, so you can kind of do those little quick traps and mix directions and try to fool the defense.
Motion now, and I think we've got more motion on them. So illegal, they're going to call legal substitution. 2 guys were moving at the same time. So the procedure penalty will make it, instead of 2nd and 8, it'll be 2nd and 13. Head coach of Holy Cross is Mike Harrison in his 12th year at Holy Cross. 3-2 this year. His career marked 92 and 39. Holy Cross has been a dominant program at the highest level in TAPS in high school football for a number of years. And Mike Harrison, the athletic director for the past 16, head football coach for the past 12. So they'll break the huddle with that similar formation as they've run most of the night. Alvarado up under center. Motion. Now Alvarado gives it to Perez on a little inside trap. He's just carrying people with him all the way to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and about 3, but a good job carrying the defense with him as several Wolves were on him, including Ryan Howe and Richard Horton.
Well, Perez, one, gets his pad squared to the line of scrimmage, and then Tony, as you know, we got to get in there and we got to squat in that weight room. And so now when you can push the rusher as well, you can get extra yards.
So on 3rd and 3 from the 46, they give it to the fullback who goes straight up the field, and a nice run again by Joshua Ramos. He's got first down yardage to the 43 before the Wolves tackle him down, but another first down for the Knights.
And again, a little quick misdirection, off tackle on the left side, and you just want to get the ball carrier an opportunity to scrape off that edge, get his shoulder pad square, and then make it a foot race right there. As you mentioned, a big rusher carrying defenders.
So Alvarado looks to the sideline for the offensive call. They use a color scheme on a screen, if you will, an LED screen. A quick pitch to the back. This is Phillips. He doesn't get much before he's hit by a couple of different Wolves. Both Zach Livingston and David Miller hit him. Livingston, the sophomore middle linebacker, and the strong safety Miller.
Yeah, Miller gets a run and start too, so he gets a chance to zero in from about 12 yards. And again, if you have that inside-out pursuit and that swarming defense, you usually stop rushers pretty quick.
First carry tonight for Ty Phillips, the senior. He's now out at wide receiver. 2nd and 7. Little misdirection. They give it to Perez. He's caught in the backfield. Great job shooting a gap that time, and making the play is a linebacker. That is Judge Erickson, the junior will linebacker, who stops him clear back at the 43. So a loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 9.
And also kept the shoe for a souvenir.
He caught him by a foot. Perez tried to pull it away, but he wouldn't let him.
He took the shoe off just to make sure if he was going to pull away, he was only going to run with one shoe.
So back into the formation. Alvarado, little inside hand up again, and this is Perez, and this time he's brought down by a whole host of Wolves. We'll see who got him first. I think that's Judge again. Yeah, Judge Erickson knocked him in the hole.
So what the defense found out is they didn't have to chase the ball, just maintain as you hear gap integrity.
Yep.
And you just stay right there, and you just see if you're a defensive lineman. You don't care what the offensive lineman does. We're trying to trick you. We're trying to fool you on that side. Make you see something you don't, or believe something you don't, and then bring the rusher back right there. A great job by the Davenport defense to stay home and make a tackle.
So the ball is at the 43 where it's 4th down. Play clock continues to roll. They'll call a timeout right before it runs out. My guess is they'll punt. 4th down and let's call it 10. We'll keep it here on this one, as this is said to be a short timeout, so we'll keep it here right now. Again, no score. Neither team has really sniffed the end zone seriously. Davenport's been in the red zone 3 times, but have not been able to get inside the 10 or the 5 with anything. So this is some work to do for both teams to get some points on the board.
Well, the second drive for the Wolves had 4th and short, very manageable because they were getting a good push up front. You had Golden, the primary rusher, doing very well. Great decisions by the quarterback, Hamlin, if Golden wasn't available and things had closed in. So you presume, Tony, that the Wolves would have picked up the 4th down. They didn't get the opportunity to do that, as you mentioned. Went for a field goal. That was off to the right. But you're correct. Somebody's got to break the ice and get in the end zone.
So they have an illegal sub. 2 guys came out of the huddle. So that'll cost him 5 yards. The Knights will be walked back 5 yards before they do this punt. Mario Bacara, the senior punter, is back out. Finally now the Wolves send someone to receive the punt. That is Shaston Golden.
Well, that was interesting, Tony, because a Wolf came off the field because there were 12, but they didn't break the huddle, so they could do that.
Well, no, Golden hadn't gone back. They had everybody on the line thinking they were going to go for it.
Okay.
We're rushing on totally our left side. We've got nobody on the right side. If they fake it that way, they've got a chance. Here's a legal procedure again. Said the offensive lineman went down to a stance and got back up,
right.
And that is 5 more yards on Holy Cross. And again, now we're going to switch another defensive lineman, if you will.
I think they were thinking that the ball was going to be snapped to try to get a little bit of a jump start and getting downfield on the coverage. In the center hadn't snapped the ball yet. And
I think there's a whole bunch of confusion on this punt team for Holy Cross right now.
They don't usually punt.
Yeah, let's see if they'll punt here. Snap is a good one. Baccaro's right-footed kit, nice spiral. Travels to be caught by Golden at the 20. Tries to dance a little bit, then runs out of room, tackled by a whole host of Knights. Wrestled to the ground. Primary tackler on the play was Thomas Estevez. So the Wolves will start 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line. The offense already out on the field. 5:02 to go second quarter, no score. Tony Brubaker and Stephen Foster with you here on the Wolves Network on Thursday Night Football. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Hamlin checks at the line. Play clock still at 15, so plenty of time. Golden, the setback beside him, takes the handoff. Had left tackle open, and he went back to the middle. I don't know what he saw that thought he might get yards up the middle. Ends up getting, what did we say, 2 to the 29. But if he comes left tackle, if he bounces it out, there was no one out here.
Agreed. And again, you don't want to be in all that pile of big people anyway. You want to make it a foot race anytime you can.
Hamlin again looking long down the sideline, actually to the middle of the field. That is a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch. That is Payne, and it's touchdown. There is a flag in the backfield, so we'll see what it is. But Kyler Payne, if it stands, gets his 3rd touchdown of the year. The referee's pulling up the flag and running down the field, so it must have been on the defense.
71 big ones.
He's tapping the front of his hat. So a good-looking play from the 29, as Steven said, 71 yards. Whatever the penalty is, we'll take it on the kickoff, I think, is what the referee, Briseno, and the head coach, James Zimmerhansel, talked as he was running, as our referee was running down the field very patiently. Play clock now under 7. He's given the signal, so they're going to have to reset the play clock, because he's now just given the sign. Play clock runs out, but it'll be reset.
So you have a personal foul roughing the passer.
Yes.
Which is going to be 15 on the kick. And I guess if your name's Kyler anything in football, you can score touchdowns. Number 19, Kyler Payne, hauls in the 71-yard reception.
Hamlin did a great job of leading him to the middle of the field that time as he's running a post pattern. And he just ran right up the middle of the field and scored. The kick is good by Mendez, and we've got a 7-0 score. 4:26 to go in the second quarter. The Wolves go up 7-0. We'll keep it here as it looks like they're going to be ready to kick off pretty quick. First score, 71 yards.
And Tony, if we can give a little context to the listeners, it's like we're almost on spring break down in Padre. We're on the top of the press box roof. They fenced us in, so we're not going to fall off. But it's open air, huh?
We are open air for sure. We're on top of the press box here at Davenport High School. Beautiful night of high school football. Temperature at now 81. Feels like it's about 75. And yes, hey there. Beautiful night for high school football. Thursday night football doesn't get much better than this. No one else really is playing So you get highlight on the, the Thursday night sports show on all the San Antonio area schools. There will be highlights of this one, no doubt about it.
Why didn't we get a Frisbee? If we're going to do the whole Thursday night football thing, if you're throwing the Frisbees, get one up here.
So again, Mendez will kick off. Instead of from his own 40, he's going to kick off from the Holy Cross 45. So a 15-yard penalty on roughing the passer, assessed on the kickoff. Holy Cross is making it appear as though they think they're going to either squib it or do an onside kick. Mendez will onside kick it, but kicks it too far, and the offensive players or the cover players couldn't get there in time. It'll be downed by Holy Cross, and that is Trevino at the 30-yard line. They'll start 1st and 10 from there, and they try now with 4:25 to go. They'll try to answer the score by Davenport.
I like that, to go ahead and try that onside kick. It's a free kick, or a free ball that whoever recovers it, it's their ball. It's not like a punt. And again, some teams just kick it out of the end zone, but why not give your team an opportunity, Tony, to see if they can retain the ball again? They've got good momentum after a 71-yard touchdown pass.
So from the 29, it's 1st and 10. Play clock, it goes under 5. And a sweep. This is Perez. Tries to come left side. A lot of pursuit there. He spins away but doesn't get away. Lots of Wolves there.
Zaire Livingston, the first one, number 5, and he looks the part. He's got the wristbands at the elbow, and then he's got a mid-forearm. But listen, the best thing he did was pursue inside out, so he could not allow Perez to get back and cut back against that defense, and then his teammates helped him make the tackle. 2nd
and 10. Wolves defense being called upon now to hold the margin. Game clock goes under 3:45. This is Perez again on a straight handoff as a fullback in that wing tee. Give him a gain up to the 23. A gain of 4 makes it 3rd down and 6. Again, the Wolves using gang tackling, all the defenders trying to get there.
Yeah, I don't like that type. I always wanted to be out on the edge because usually it was a couple people, but I believed I could get good yardage before that. But in the interior, you're going to have your 3, 4, 5 down linemen and linebackers all within 3 to 5 yards of you, and they're searching out that football.
It's called blocking, though.
I like blocking, yes.
Yeah, it's not, they're not doing it well enough. They're not getting to the second level at all. Procedure again on Holy Cross. His penalty starting to eat them and make offense very difficult. So instead of 3rd and 6, it's now 3rd and 11, and there's a big difference between those two plays.
Yeah, your percentages go down greatly, and the play that you have to call to get 11 is dang near twice what you were just looking at. And the fact of the matter is timing. And this Wolves defense has been disruptive in timing, and also they don't give up much on the ground, at least in the second quarter.
Defense takes it time to react and now gets set. Play clock at 5. Alvarado still looking at his wristband. Play clock at 2, play clock at 1. Play clock runs out, and that's 5 more yards on the Knights. The freshman, Gilbert Alvarado, I don't know, did we get a timeout by Holy Cross so it won't be 5 yards? But the freshman Alvarado got the sign from the field and was looking at his wristband as the play clock counted under 5. They do give Holy Cross the timeout with 2:24 to go in the half. We'll keep it here, as I'm sure, again, this will be a short one. Play clock will be reset to 15. But some questions, again, as a freshman. It's not like Davenport's in a much better situation with a sophomore, but a freshman quarterback, a young man that's been in high school now for a month.
Right.
It makes it really tough, as good as he is.
1 year can make a difference because you can understand the speed and the size a little bit better, Tony, and you recognize that in any sport.
No doubt about it.
And the speed changes from level to level to level.
Shout out to tonight's Gold Out game sponsor. That's Casa Roofing. Good job by them. Tonight's Gold Out is for Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and all the profits go to the Jimmy V Cancer Research Foundation. Both teams come back from their huddles near the sidelines. I'm really amazed by the LED lights on the far sideline for their play calls, but that's the way they're getting it in. Alvarado finally gets his sign, goes up under center. Motion goes away from us. A little trap inside. This is a different runner this time. This is Gallardo. Another runner not on the depth chart.
And again, what Holy Cross is doing is taking advantage of making every play look similar.
Yeah.
And then they are interchanging running backs, and each one can do its job of getting a first down.
Again, motion goes away from us. They'll pitch it. And a nice play by the Wolves. A great looking play by Ty Bourne. Ball loose. Picked up by Bourne. Here he goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Davenport. I don't see any flags, so the Davenport Wolves have just taken a 2-touchdown lead.
And that wasn't that was a scoop and score, because you had a rusher, put it on the turf, ball got batted around a little bit, and as we mentioned, the guy that's looking good with the wristbands, Livingston, the linebacker, broke 2 tackles on his way to the 10 yards with the big letters in the north end zone.
So the defense creates some offense for the Wolves tonight, as both offenses have struggled at times, but the defense makes the play. This kick is no good, as it's short by Mendez. So 13-0. The Wolves lead it. 1:40 to go in the first half. We'll keep it here, as I imagine both teams will be in a hurry to kick this one off.
So, Tony, I don't think you thought that the score was going to be by the team that scored, although there was enough time for that to possibly happen. I got to like this defense for the Wolves. They have been very solid, and they have now exerted and shown their strength and muscle against this Holy Cross offense by creating a fumble and then having a scoop and score.
And really what we don't talk about enough on most of these broadcasts, they have dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they're dominating the line of scrimmage. No pressure on Mendez when he wants to throw the ball, and they're getting good runs. Defensively, the only way Holy Cross is able to do anything offensively so far in the first half has been on deception. The little traps on the inside handoffs off the slot T, or the pitches wide if you get one seal block.
Right, but the cardinal sin is a fumble. You
Yes,
cannot turn the
no
ball.
doubt
You
about
cannot
that.
turn the ball over, and that's that 5 points of protection on the football between forearm, body, and the hand. You have to protect that. I don't care if you lose yards, but please don't lose the ball.
But you remember the play as he was getting tackled, the defender went right for the ball on
Yes.
his inside hand.
Yes.
Here's a kickoff that's going to be fielded. Finally someone for Holy Cross picks it up. That is Nathaniel Trevino, because that was loose inside the 30 as they just popped it up and the offense ran after it.
And that's, again, it's a free kick, so whoever recovers that football, it's their ball to possess. It's not like a punt.
So the ball actually spotted at the 23, where Trevino went out of bounds. He was one of the second line guys clear up at the 35, and actually had to run a long way to get to it because the guy's back didn't run to it very fast.
Right, and again, you just can't let that ball stay on the turf on a kickoff situation.
I think someone must have been offsides, because we're going to kick again.
Well, here, I would have taken the ball with the yardage. I don't know if I give the Wolves another opportunity to see if they can get on the football, but I'm not making the decisions. We're just calling the game.
Well, I think at the 23-yard line, they're hoping they can get better field position than this, as neither kicker has really booted it very far on a kickoff. We've noticed that.
No, but if you let that ball bounce around like that, you have a much better chance, even if the ball isn't kicked deep. If the Wolves recover this with 1:37, the way that they've been moving the football, a couple of passes can at least get them in field goal range. You must cover the ball, cover the kick if you are Holy Cross.
Would you onside kick it here just
No.
as a surprise?
No, too close. That's a
Well,
real short field.
I tell you, the real funny thing is it's not like we're kicking it very far. Mendez from the 35. This one pops up near side. Fielded and tries to break one tackle. Does Patrick Ortiz, but he's wrestled down at the 38-yard line. So good changeover from the 23 to 38. They'll pick up 15 yards on the 5-yard penalty against Davenport.
Well, they can't turn the ball over. So whatever you do, especially with that good misdirection, off tackle plays in a tight formation, Tony, you must protect the football.
Just so you know, their offensive line from left tackle 6 foot 210, left guard 5'9", 210, center 5'10", 215, right guard 5'11", 190, right tackle 6'5", 214. So the only player with size is the right tackle. Everybody else is about 200 pounds. Here's a delay handoff. It is Perez, their best running back. He breaks a couple of tackles, spins around, finally gets wrestled down by a half a dozen Wolves. A good gain up to the 45. A gain of 7 makes it 2nd down and 3.
And in this type of tight formation, when you have those misdirections with the running backs crossing, the linemen, all they have to do is get that defender turned one way or the other. That creates the running lane, Tony, and it's an, I guess, decidedly easier block than trying to get somebody pushed back like you see on the sled.
Alvarado gives it to Perez, sweeping to the left, to the far side. He's got 1st down yardage, but he is wrestled down. Up on the tackle is Ty Bourne, the senior linebacker, but not until they get into Wolves territory. As we've gone under a minute to go, there's 46 seconds to go. The ball will be spotted. Let me check here. They're going to call it at the 49. There is a flag. Our referee, it's a dead ball, personal foul. We must have hit him out of bounds.
Well,
so the ball goes from the 49.
Ty Bourne was
it's still
on his horse to get to Perez.
Yeah.
And I think what happened, you had momentum going out of bounds. Now, as a former running back, I'm always going to take the 15. And I think Perez appreciated that as well.
So the ball is spotted at the 31, so the penalty must have been instead of at the 49, at the 46. So 1st and 10 from the Wolves 31. Again, game clock at 46 seconds. There's motion coming near side. Little sweep action for Perez. Tries to break the first tackle, and he can't do it. Good job on the tackle by Zaire Livingston, the sophomore middle linebacker, who's not very big, but he makes a lot of tackles, and he got that one there.
And he will let you know that he's made a tackle and that no more running will occur by his opponents. But I love the moxie because you do have to have some of that play in this type of game.
Holy Cross out of timeouts. Game clock under 20. They loses the snap. It's on the ground. I think that Alvarado got back on it, but that might be the last play of the first half. As the clock continues to roll, I don't know that they're going to have time enough to run another play. They'll try to hurry and snap it, and he downs it with 1 second to go. There is 1 second to go. The half is not over, but that should make it 4th down. It will be 4th and about 7, maybe 8.
So do you throw this one in the end zone, see if you can either get a catch or a flag?
I think if you try to throw it, you're going to get sacked. I don't know, and I don't think Alvarado can throw it past the 20, to be real honest with you.
Well, but they're changing quarterbacks, Tony.
All right, so here comes the backup. Reed Robinson. No, that's the wrong team. This is Rudy Rodriguez, number 3.
Oh, but they're going to try a field goal, 45-yard field goal possibly?
Wow.
Okay.
Into the wind. It's not much of a wind right now.
46-yard field goal.
So Becerra will try a 46-yard field goal with 1 second to go. Davenport will call one of their remaining timeouts. Again, with 1 second to go, we'll keep it here. Head coach Zimmerhansel and his staff will, don't know if you try to fake this.
That's what you probably have the conversation.
That's what the defense is talking about.
Give me 2 guys, one on one side, one on the other. If you see somebody running downfield, certainly wake up.
Yeah, Holy Cross gave us a nice roster with height, weight, and class. They just didn't put positions by the names. So you don't know if Rudy Rodriguez at 6'1", 191, he is the holder. So my guess is he is a backup quarterback.
Or a receiver.
So we'll see.
But you don't want to get caught napping and they fake a field goal and throw it. Because, again, a 46-yarder, as you mentioned, wind could be a factor, although I bet right now it feels quiet.
Yeah, there's not much of a wind
Not
at all.
much of a wind
And this
right
is
now.
the punter, Marco Salas, 5'11", 190 senior. He's the guy that's been punting tonight for them. He's going to try this 46-yard field goal.
You know, they do this at halftime, you know, at the bowl games for like 100,000.
Yeah. Play clock at 12. Rodriguez gets the snap. Well, the clock shouldn't have gone off. The kick was far enough, but it was wide to the right. It was a low line drive kick that did have the distance. It just missed to the right. So that is the end of the first half of tonight's Gold Out game, sponsored by Casa Roofing. The lead belongs to Davenport, 13-0. We're at the half, and we are the Wolves Network.
K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year is going on now at Audi North Park, North Park Lincoln, and North Park Lincoln and Dominion. Choose from over 3,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 1.99% for 72 months and 1 year of unlimited car washes from the wash tub. You'll get special posted pricing and unprecedented trade-in allowances on every pre-owned vehicle during the K-League Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year at the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Stop! The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal. Sell your car for cash at the Labor Day buyback event, in person or at GilmanAuto.com. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. See you there.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Welcome to Slide Talk. I'm Andrew Kim, Superintendent of Schools for the Comal Independent School District. Joining me today is our CFO, Crystal Hermish, to talk about our voter-approved tax ratification election coming up in November the 2nd. So, Crystal, explain to me in very simple terms, what is a voter-approved tax ratification election?
So a TRE is required by the legislature anytime you want to raise your tax rate above the minimum tax rate.
Okay, so the increased tax rate would only affect the operating budget that we use to pay our teachers and staff. I hear that we actually have the lowest pay for teachers and staff in the area. Is this true?
This is true. Our first-year teachers, as well as our 15-year teachers, have the lowest pay compared to other districts in this area. Additionally, our bus drivers, custodians, and paraprofessionals are among the lowest paid. Over the last 10 to 15 years, employees received a 2 to 3% pay increase. but other years the district relied on one-time bonuses for employees. So our compensation did not increase at the same rate as other districts in the area.
I see. So how are we going to fix this so we can keep bringing in great teachers to our school district while also keeping all of our teachers and staff here for our kids?
With approval of the VATRE, we are proposing our teachers and professional staff receive a 3% increase this year, and our auxiliary staff, such as bus drivers, custodians, and others, will receive a $1.50 per hour increase.
So with all the growth around here with students, we're adding 1,000 kids a year. As a result of that, more kids means more revenue. Shouldn't that be enough to pay our staff and teachers in a raise per year within our regular budget?
So the new funds generated by new students in the district is enough for us to hire the new teachers for those new students and to operate our schools, but it's not really generating enough revenue to also offer compensation.
I see. So it's one or the other.
Correct. That's the decision the district's been faced with lately.
Now, what I don't understand though is then as property values go up, because what I get asked a lot at the local grocery store is that, hey, you have a lot of new property now and you must have a lot of money, but what I'm hearing is that that's not the case.
No, that isn't the case. In fact, part of House Bill 3 that was passed in 2019 compresses the district's tax rate as those property values go up. So as values grow up in the district, the rate decreases and somewhat puts the district on a fixed income.
So you're telling me that the legislature basically has said that if you need more money to operate, especially for us because we have more staff, we have more teachers, we have to pay them better. If we want to do that, we have to ask the voters for an election to do that. And that's why we're here talking about a voter-approved TRE.
Correct. Voters are essentially being asked to approve a 1.63 cent increase on the tax rate over the prior year's tax rate.
So now what also concerns me, once we propose to pass this Proposition A, TRE, does that mean that the tax rate will continue to go ahead and stay high or keep on going up, or how does that work?
So even with this TRE, it's a one-time increase. We'll still maintain that somewhat fixed revenue, and in order to do that, the tax rate will continue to go down.
Well, I really appreciate you joining me today. Appreciate all the work that you're doing. I do want to remind everybody, as part of the slide talk, that early voting begins on October the 18th and will proceed through October 29th, with Election Day on November the 2nd. Please make sure that you have updated your voter registration cards. If you haven't done so, you have until October the 4th. Once again, thank you for joining the slide talk with me today about VATRE.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Discovery Kitchen. My name is Sylvia Picasso and I'm a registered dietitian. And as always, I have the wonderful Chef Mario.
Hey guys, I'm back. It's September, we're ready to start again. Oh, I can't wait to see you guys out there.
Yes, and we're excited to show you this month's recipe. So our theme this month is Power Up. So that means focusing on all the foods you can eat that are gonna power you up to do all the great things like athletics, cheerleading, like what Mario's doing, football, any sport you do, or band, anything like that. So focusing on foods that will fuel your body to do your best. Oh, nice. So this recipe is called citrus salmon, and we also have some shrimp in there. So let's prepare our citrus salmon. So what's our first step?
All right, so you get your filet of salmon. Ideally, you know, for 2 people, you just need 3/4 of a pound or half a pound. That way you get fair enough.
So maybe 2 servings?
2 servings.
Okay.
And what you want to do is make sure that you tell the person preparing your salmon to turn around and give you the center cut. If you notice, it's a nice even cut. There's no tail end or nothing. You want the center cut, all right?
Yeah, they're even.
Even. Mm-hmm. So then you're going to make some cuts, all right? And you just want to do some cuts into your filet. And we're doing that, why? So that we can get this olive oil that's going to go in there to go into it and make it nice and juicy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you chose salmon. Salmon's a really great lean protein. It's also a complete protein. So that means that it has all the amino acids, which is the building blocks of protein that your body needs to build big and healthy muscles. So this would be a great protein source if you're being active or you just like salmon.
We're going to do salt and pepper to taste. A pinch is good enough, all right? And I'm using some minced garlic, yes, in the jar. Mr. Daniel doesn't like it, but it's okay. You just go right ahead and there you go.
And adding all those seasonings are really great because it helps give it flavor without adding too much salt, right? Because we don't want to add too much salt and use other things that we can for flavoring.
And we want a tablespoon of ranch dressing.
Ranch dressing.
Or you can even substitute your ranch dressing with some apple jelly. Believe it or not, don't knock it till you try it. I'm telling you.
Why do you add the ranch?
For flavoring.
For flavor. Okay.
For flavor. And don't knock my cilantro, but you want to keep it wrapped in paper when you put it in the refrigerator.
Does it help it preserve longer?
It preserves longer.
Okay.
So don't put it away unless you wrap it in paper. All right.
Right.
So we are going to chop up our cilantro. Of course, if you want to substitute cilantro because you don't like cilantro and you want to substitute it for, like, let's say basil, do basil, you know. Mm-hmm. All right? If you want to, you don't have to, you can add some onion. And I'm going to add onion.
Great, and that's a great way to add another vegetable into the dish too.
Very
and
good.
Color.
That's right. And you know what? And they'll turn around and not realize. And even if they don't eat it, how's that? Even if they didn't eat it, it's okay because you're going to get the savory thereof. Cool. All right. So then we're done with that. Now, on the fruit, we're taking an orange, a lemon, and a lime. And you want to cut it in half, huh? And the orange is going to go last. Well, I don't know why I cut it first, but
I like how you use a combination of different citrus.
yes, and the colors is so good, and the flavoring.
The
Wait till you
flavor,
do
right.
The flavor. So we're gonna squeeze the juice of a half.
That's the more sour part.
Yeah.
Sour, and then we got
The lemon.
lemon.
And by the way, I did not know this until today. They sell these super jumbo lemons. Look at the
Oh,
size.
jumbo lemons.
I like that. And I told the guy, keep them coming, sir.
Awesome.
So you get that in there. All right. And the last is the orange, okay?
And all these citrus fruit and or vegetable, I guess, but they're technically a fruit, lime and lemon. They have a bunch of vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin A. Those are just going to be great overall for promoting health. And another wonderful fact about salmon is that it has a wonderful healthy fat called omega-3 fatty acids. And actually, in fact, Americans don't get enough of these in their diet. We normally get a lot of omega-6, which is also great for you, but omega-3 is really important for brain function. It's also really good for your skin health, making you look nice and glowy, and really just helps with your sleep quality too. So try to eat salmon. It's a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids.
And what we're about to do here, just so you know, guys, we're about to cook in French style. Okay, this is called empapelote. Okay, you're cooking in an envelope. Okay, so you just seal it. See that? You start to close it up. You're gonna turn hopefully you have preheated your oven to 425.
Great.
And then you take your boat, your empapelote.
What is that form? How does that cook it differently?
Well, it keeps all the juices in there instead of evaporating out. It cooks right into it. So if you saw all the juices and everything flowing, it's all gonna stay right there. So it's marinating
and steaming,
cooking and steaming all at the same time.
Nice.
So then we're going to put it right here and we'll work our magic.
We're gonna put it in the oven for how long?
For exactly 22 minutes.
All right, so while the salmon is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and prepare our shrimp. So Chef Mario is gonna walk us through how to do that.
Okay, excellent. Okay, in the saute pan, you wanna get butter. And I recently, this doesn't say brand, this is good. It's just butter. And I like to choose, there's unsalted and salted. Me, I like salted. I don't know, it has more flavor. More flavor, so I prefer salted. And then I recommend you get rosemary, fresh rosemary, and use your rosemary and infuse your butter. You could go thyme if you want, but I don't. Rosemary on shrimp.
We're using herbs to give it flavor.
Yes, your herbs is good. Fresh from the garden is the ideal, so you may want to grow some.
Yeah, if you have a green thumb. I have a black thumb. I don't. I kill everything I grow in my backyard.
It's good to turn around and grow with that.
So let's pull out our shrimp. Let's see what we've got.
All right. You're going to need a sharp paring knife, all right? And you hold your shrimp and you're just going to make one clean cut to break the shell and cut up. And after you do that, it's an easy peel off. And then your shrimp goes into your saute pan. Now, when it gets to pink to almost opaque, like you see here, and it's spread out for you, this is done.
Takes about 5 minutes?
Yeah, no more than that.
And you don't want to overcook them because you said
medium. About medium is good.
About medium, because they'll become chewy.
Now you can lift your salmon with your spatula, and I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And I'm gonna cut this in half, and I'm gonna make portions, all right? So that we have enough portions here.
And so
go ahead.
You can have the salmon with your shrimp for dinner, lunch, really anything. This would be your main entree, right? This would be your protein. You could also make some sides. What sides would you recommend, Chef?
Ooh, a rice pilaf for me.
A rice pilaf. That sounds really good. Any other vegetables you think that goes really well with?
Asparagus. Oh.
Okay, asparagus.
Asparagus would be the way to go.
I feel like we forget about that vegetable, but it's really good if you cook it right. I like it roasted in the oven. So.
And so we're gonna pair it up.
Got some shrimp, got our salmon. Both are complete proteins, so both have all the protein and amino acids you need to really grow those muscles to be big and strong.
You do your exercise.
Yeah, do your exercise.
And I added one special touch to this, so 1 second.
Ooh, this looks really great. Chef Mario made a beautiful, what is it? A rosemary butter croissant?
It's a herb butter croissant.
Herb butter croissant.
And
very delicious.
so that the plate doesn't look too busy.
Too busy. I wish you could taste it through the camera, but these are delicious.
I mean, this is only 3 of them, but there you go.
Awesome.
And you happen to have something. I'm going to move this out of the way and show our plate. This is our plateau.
Ooh.
So you can see and appreciate
Yes.
our presentation for the day.
Great.
So there you have it.
Perfect. So this is your citrus salmon and I guess bonus plus shrimp. So with this, we have our protein, we have our carb, and you can add any other sides you want. It's a great way to incorporate fish into your diet if you don't really like it that much. This is super flavorful.
Excellent.
It might introduce you to fish slowly and be tasty.
And me, personally, I prefer to have like an avocado and tomato salad.
Oh, that sounds nice.
With just a little bit of olive oil and maybe some sesame. And believe it or not, that simple, it's very delicious. And it really brings out the salmon meal. Turns into your dining event into something special.
Yes,
Very
for
good.
sure. So I hope you make it at home, and we'll see you next time on our next Discovery Kitchen.
Bon appetit.
All right, so let's try this. I'm gonna try some salmon first. And to be honest, I'm not a big fish fan, but salmon's really good for you and it smells amazing, so I'm gonna try it. Oh wow, that is very, very good. You can't even taste like the fishy traditional taste. It just tastes like butter and herbs and seasoning. So let's go for the shrimp next. Really, really good. And lastly, the croissant. Ooh, so good.
And so here it is, a nice bite. And it's very moist. Very moist. I mean, let me say so myself. This is a colossal shrimp, so sorry, enjoy it. Very good.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Solar panels are spread across the roof of a Walmart.
We believe everyone deserves to live better. And just being sustainable isn't enough.
People shop in the garden center.
Our future depends on regeneration. That's why we're working to not only protect our planet, but restore, renew, and replenish it. So we can all live better tomorrow.
Caption: we're focused on regeneration today so we can all live better tomorrow. Walmart.com/livebettertomorrow.
K-Lig Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year is going on now at Audi North Park, North Park Lincoln, and North Park Lincoln at Dominion. Choose from over 3,000 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 1.99% for 72 months and 1 year of unlimited car washes from the wash tub. You'll get special posted pricing and unprecedented trade-in allowances on every pre-owned vehicle during the K-Lig Auto Group's biggest used car sales event of the year at the North Park Bluebonnet family of dealerships.
Stop! The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal. Sell your car for cash at the Labor Day buyback event. in person, or at GilmanAuto.com. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. See you there.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
At Audi North Park, we believe that shopping for a car should be a positive experience. As the winner of both the Audi Magna Society Award and the JD Power Dealer of Excellence, Audi North Park strives for nothing but the best customer experience. From our receptionist to the service department, our team is committed to making you feel comfortable and respected. We know how difficult buying a car can be, which is why our brand specialists strive to inform and empower you to make the right choice. From the latest selection of new Audi models to our incredible variety of used cars, we have a model that will suit your lifestyle perfectly. Join the thousands of others who found the Audi of their dreams with the exceptional service at Audi North Park.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
And welcome back to Davenport High School. The Wolves lead it 13-0 after the first half is over. Tonight's Gold Out game sponsored by Casa Roofing. Gold Out is for the Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and profits go to the Jimmy V. Cancer Research Foundation. The Wolves lead at 13-0. They'll kick it off to Holy Cross. The pop-up kick will be fielded at about the 28 and dropped. See who gets on it. The Wolves say they have it, and indeed they do. So the first play of the second half is a kickoff return by Ty Phillips that dropped the ball, and it's Davenport ball, 1st and 10 from the Holy Cross 32. So the first miscue of the second half is on the opening play of the second half. And the Wolves now 4 seconds into the third quarter will try to add on to their 13-0 lead.
And that is unfortunate because it looked like the ball was fielded cleanly, but then dropped.
Even before contact. So Hamlin has some motion go across. He throws it to a wide open slot receiver, and that's Mr. Payne. And for the second time tonight, he'll run into the end zone, this time untouched. And on the first offensive play of the second half, the Wolves score again.
Well, you line up Kyler Payne in the slot near side to us, and that was just a quick go route. And what I loved there was Tristan Hamlin got the ball out of his hand quickly. And they show it on TV, the passing percentage in the NFL when you take less than 2.5 seconds. Same thing happened here, and it was just a sprint.
Mendez's kick is up and good. So we'll keep it here now, 10 seconds into the third quarter. The Wolves have gone up 20-0 as Holy Cross will be set to receive another kickoff here in a moment, and hopefully this time they won't fumble it.
Kyler Payne, as we mentioned, to close out the first half, he was the offensive scorer, and then you had Zaire Livingston on the scoop and score, and then it just seems like a whole host of 10th graders having a lot of fun for Davenport tonight.
And again, from the 32, you had 3 receivers on the near side.
Yes.
One of them went in motion. The only D-back taking the slot went with him. Nobody covered Payne, and that's why the obvious Hamlin pulls the snap and throws it to him for a touchdown.
You know, when I was a little guy playing youth football, I would watch cartoons, and that was one of those ruh-roh, George. That was a Jetsons move right there. Listen, great vision by the quarterback, Tristan Hamlin, to find the receiver uncovered, get the ball out of his hands quick, and allow for a 32-yard sprint into the north end zone.
Unbelievable. So again, Mendez to kick it off. 10 seconds into the third quarter, already a touchdown for the Wolves. The pop-up kick will be fair caught. This time, it is Trevino who makes a fair catch and will get the ball near the 29-yard line, and the Knights will start on offense this possession instead of defense.
Well, again, that's the best thing to do, because when you raise that arm and hand for a fair catch, Tony, you have to be given at least 6 feet, 2 yards. They had that halo rule. That's one of those 15-yarders. You know, they used to have it back in the day. Was it a 5 or a 15? They just said, no, let's just make it a 15.
Our umpire, with the ball at the 29, moved it to the 30, so now the chains are in the process of moving themselves. First down from the 30-yard line. Up the middle, that might be Ali, and he's just dragging people for about 9 yards. Won't be a first down because they've got to get to the 40, but the defensive lineman, Mr. Ali, Amir Ali, carried the ball and about 4 defenders.
6'3", 237 is what he's listed, and he is all of that.
He's in the fullback in this slot T. Alvarado takes the snap, gives it to him again. He goes off left tackle, gets a first down before dragged down by a couple of defenders. Some different players in there right now for the Wolves, but nonetheless a good-looking player. Amir Ali, if you're going to hand him the ball, you might as well just keep it doing, huh?
Yeah, it's working.
Wolves look like they're ready for him again. This time it's Perez on a sweep coming to us, and they've got that all bottled up. Judge Erickson was there, along with a couple of other defenders. Ryan Howe was down at the front. So a loss of 3 back to the 41. It's second down and 13.
That's like watching a repeat of a evening show when no new episodes of being changed. Like, we've seen that one before.
We have indeed.
And the defense was clearly ready as Perez just got stacked up. He looked like worse than I-35 at about 4:45 on any given workday.
So a little change to the motion. Here's Rudy Rodriguez. He'll carry it up to just across to the 45, across the original line of scrimmage before he's wrestled down to the ground. That's Judge Erickson down at the bottom of the pile again.
And Davenport's defense, Tony, at halftime, credit the coaches. They said, here's the adjustment. We don't need to chase the offensive linemen. It's the rushers that are moving left and right. You stay and have that gap integrity. Don't give up those running lanes, and then your teammates are going to come and help you with the tackle, and these assists are doing well.
Alvarado out of the shotgun, wants to throw, has a man down the field, not too open, throws it to a receiver that can't catch it. Intended for Jimenez Cadillo, and it goes over his head, incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Yeah, they run an out route past the stick, so they got to around the 45 or 44-yard line, but that ball, Tony, sailed on the quarterback.
And he had Phillips about 15 yards further up the field. Originally, when he made his break, he was wide open, but then the defender caught up to him, and that's why Alvarado, I don't think he could throw it that far anywhere, to be honest with you. So another punt. This one a low spiraling that ends up bouncing and stopping at about the 30, pardon me. So a 25-yard punt, no return from the 30-yard line. The Wolves will start first and 10. Their second possession of the second half. They scored on one play on the first one. We'll see what they do here, and we'll see how much longer Tristan Hamlin stays in the game as well, as it's a 20-0 score 3 minutes into the second half. So Hamlin has 2 receivers to the far side. One's in motion. They'll give it to him. Coming this way. Speed and not too far. Darion Brown, the defensive back receiver, gets 6 on the play before he's tripped up at the 36.
I like 4 yards or better on first down, Tony. I'll take that coming near side, and it shows a wrinkle now that Holy Cross has to be aware of. They've already been bombarded by the pass and the good running by Golden.
Another sweep threat, but Golden will keep it. And Amir Ali is there to greet him, and not much yardage on the play. Maybe he lost. Now we'll say we'll keep it 3rd down and 4.
Good. Up front.
Well,
push.
3rd down and 5. He lost a yard. Yes.
And Ali, again, just a man at 6'3", about 240, and playing good technique. You know, trying to do as best he can, playing both sides of the ball on offense and defense.
He's on the defensive left end, which means he's being blocked by the right guard and the right tackle. Right tackle ate him up that time. Pass completed, but not much yardage. Greiman will get thrown down, looking for a flag.
That horse collar was pretty apparent, and I'm not sure how many officials it takes, but it looks like they're going to go quickly.
So on 4th and 4 from the 36. Hamlin will turn, get his call from the sideline. They're going to go for it. Checks at the offensive line. Play clock still at 15. Corner blitz coming in, and Davenport's coaches want a timeout. 7:13 to go. It's a 20-0 Davenport lead. We'll keep it here as the Wolves coaches saw something that looked like the corner blitz was coming from Trevino, as he had the slot receiver, which means you had a wide open slot again for a 1st down if you wanted to do that.
Right. I was like, Coach, you know, I think he worked on that one in the last series. That was a 1-play scoring drive from 32 yards. All you need is 4 or 5 yards here. I think your sophomore signal caller recognizes what's going on. And if you've seen the demeanor of Tristan Hamlin, very impressed. He's got, you know, his hand motions. He's very calm about what's going on. He feels very comfortable in his offense. And you got to applaud a guy like that. And the other thing is, maybe the reason why so much has gone on with his classmates is because the 10th grade of the Davenport Wolves may have stuck with each other maybe since 4th or 5th grade, and they've played themselves all the way up in the varsity level.
Looks like we're going to punt.
Yeah.
Looks like Mendez is the punter. First time we've seen him tonight doing this. Snaps a good one. Rolls to his left. The left-footed kicker sends an end-over-end kick down the near sideline and rolls out of bounds inside the 20 at the 19. So a good-looking punt that time that travels 20, 30, 51 yards.
And no return.
46 yards, pardon me, and no return. So good work on the punt. They'll give it to Holy Cross at their own 19, 1st and 10. As the Knight offense will come out and try to create some offenses. They've struggled tonight largely. I can't think of any drive that they've had that lasted very long. Can you, Stephen?
No, and even stranger things, I think Hamlin was on the punt coverage team as the quarterback.
Yeah. We found out before the game that they brought a lot of JV players up to dress out just to fill out the sidelines, as there's not a lot of players at this level. Here's a pass over the top from Alvarado and a great catch on the sideline. The pass was a good-looking pass to Jimenez Cedillo, and he caught it at a high point. So from the 26, they get all the way up to the 40. They're going to call it the 42. So a good-looking 16-yard pass play. Alvarado threw it right on the money there, and
he was listening to the broadcast, and he said, "Tony, I can throw this football."
Yes, he can. He did. And Jimenez Cedillo did a good job of high pointing that one. He's split out here on the near sideline. 2 receivers to the left. They've opened it up a little bit. Alvarado out of the shotgun, wants to throw. He tries the same play again. And this time the defensive back kind of forces. That's Jalil Savarol.
I disagree with this call because the receiver ran out of bounds, Tony. You can't have a foul against the defense.
I think they're saying that the defensive back kind of encouraged him that way.
Well, again, then you have to be strong in your route. But there's nothing that says as a defender you can't push within 5 yards the receiver out. That's why you have the swim technique and you go inside and you get an inside release and get up the field.
You're thinking college. This is low-level high school here.
I want to give all my football players,
And this is the defensive back who's a backup, and that's Jaleel Samaral, who did a great job on the play of forcing the receiver to the sideline. So they're throwing the flag clear up at the 48 and marching 15 yards from there. I thought interference was from the line of scrimmage.
I did too. Not from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. It's either at the spot of the foul or it's 15 yards from the line of scrimmage.
That's correct.
It's not 15 yards from the spot of the field.
Foul. That's right.
Spot of the foul.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's a
20-plus yard penalty.
And I think Coach is wanting to know why. He doesn't understand how that 15 yards was marched from the point of the foul. That's a questionable. He's really not happy about that. So they'll throw it out quick, and there's a quick tackle missed. Good job by Ty Phillips getting through the first tackler. Gets a couple of yards. We'll give him 2 up to the 35.
Jaden Soverall had the first opportunity, it looked like, if I'm not mistaken.
On the tackle? That's the other side.
Yes, on the far side.
That looks like it's...
am I right? No?
Looks like Mulkey.
Mulkey, okay.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah. Braden Mulkey over there on the far side. Now 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. Alvarado really trying to stretch out his arm here, and there's a legal procedure is what I'm guessing as the umpire comes in and points. Our referee says illegal procedure. 5 yards will be marched, so instead of 2nd and 8, it is 2nd and 13.
That is Soverall back there. I saw him when he turned this way. That is a 2. That 2 and that 7, though.
Well, Soverall's down here, 21.
Jaden Soverall.
Yes.
12.
Oh, Jaden. So that is 12, not 17. That is correct. So the brothers, a senior and a junior,
the brothers Soverall
are at their respective corners in this possession. Jaden and Jaleel. Here's an inside handoff. This time I think it's Ali, and I think he goes down in a heap as he got taken kind of off his momentum.
Good defensive play up front by the Wolves. And again, they're just not moving around so that those misdirections aren't creating those slanted running lanes anymore, Tony. You get defenders waiting for these rushers.
H-back Flores goes to the far side. Now motion and inside handoff Perez, and he's eaten up at the offensive or on the defensive line.
Gabe Martinez,
a defensive end backup, made the play there. A gain of 1 now at the 38. They're back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's 4th down. We'll see if they'll go for it, and I'm sure they will. We've gone under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It's still 20-0 Davenport. Alvarado gets his sign from the sideline. Play clock still above 15. This time he goes up under center, not out of the shotgun. Straight drop back, has pressure, he's sacked. Just like that. That is, again, the backup defensive end, Gabe Martinez, comes in and sacks Alvarado for a turnover on downs. The Wolves will have it at the 43.
That was a great play, as you mentioned, by number 44, Gabe Martinez. Looked like he knew the play. There was no resistance, and Gabe Martinez just flattens Gilbert Alvarado 4 yards deep in the backfield, Tony. As you are correct, the ball now goes over to the Wolves. A lot of momentum for the home team.
So from their own 43, the Wolves start this possession. 4:31 to go, 3rd quarter. Hamlin, quarterback, fakes a handoff, throws it to the slot back. Wide open again. That's Mulkey. He's twisting and turning and gets all the way up the far sideline to the 34 before he's finally wrestled down. Not very good coverage by their defensive backs.
Well, they were helping us out. We knew Mulkey before Mulkey knew he was going to catch the ball. We were already calling his name, and now he comes near side in the slot to us as well.
So 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. There's a tight end on the far side as well. Hamlin again throws it to the slot back, and Mulkey can't pull this one in. Low pass, tried to dig it off his shoe tops.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold on to it. So incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, that was a quick release. That was the right choice, but just a little low and away from the receiver, Mulkey, who made a great play and got the first down the previous catch.
Now the 2 receivers are on the short end on the far side. And actually, they'll switch them here because it's becoming a real habit here. The slot receiver is not very well covered. This time, the defensive back is a good 10 yards away from the slot back, which is Mulkey this time. As they motion someone to cover it, they hand it off. And this is Golden. He finally gets popped on a nice hit down the field, but not until he gets first down yardage inside the 25. Everybody's congratulating the hit. I think that was Ali who finally put it on him, but not until he got 15 yards.
I'll take that.
Shaston Golden takes it again, comes this side, tries to spin away, gets wrestled, then gets shoved to the ground. And a good-looking tackle that time by Rudy Rodriguez, the outside linebacker.
And I love the up-tempo here as you have 3 receivers to the far side.
Hamlin will hand it off, and they'll bring a reverse. This is Lynch. Has room. Payne, pardon me. Kyler Payne. Don't know where I got that other name, but Kyler Payne scores for the 3rd time tonight, this time on the receiver reverse.
Well, it's easy to keep track of the same number, okay?
From 20 yards out, the Wolves go up 26-0 with the extra point to come.
Great looking play. You use Golden as your primary rusher into the line. You get a pass to Mulkey. Then you come back into the line with Golden, and then a nice end around, hand to Golden, and the score comes near side to us, and now the ball is placed down and good.
The extra point is good. And it's 27-0. Davenport putting an exclamation on this one. Still in the 3rd quarter, 3:28 to go. 27. It's not gone up on the scoreboard yet, though. He did make it because I saw the referee raise his arms. Both of them raised their arms.
That's correct.
There it is. Finally up on the scoreboard. 27-0. The Wolves on top as Holy Cross has found themselves in kind of a buzzsaw with this Wolves offense, unable to keep up with the speed of the receivers and the sharpness of their quarterback, Tristan Hamlin.
Tristan Hamlin, I don't think he's broken a sweat. He's got the towel behind him. He's got the hair looking good near side.
Oh, no, come on. He's broken a sweat. You know he has.
I don't know.
That's hard work out there trying to figure all that out.
One play, 32 yards. That's not even running a 40. And then here he comes back, 20 yards. These are just what you want. Nice temperatures out here.
The really good thing is he looks like he's about 15 or 16, which he is. The sophomore quarterback, and now Mendez will kick it off. High kick going to the far sideline, fielded by Phillips, who tries to tiptoe on the sideline. He's finally shoved out of bounds. Actually, he's finally brought down before going out of bounds across the 35. We'll see where they'll spot it, and that's where the Knights will start 1st and 10. 3:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Time for both teams to do some running here and get this clock to run. Looks like they'll start it at the 37.
And a very business-like near sideline for the Davenport Wolves. They use kind of that V shape for both the offense and defense, depending on who's on the sideline and who's not. And I applaud this second-year team. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing against this type of opponent.
Defensive line ready to go. Alvarado hands it to Perez, tries to wiggle his way through the line, gets a couple of blocks up the field. Ends up getting about 6 yards to the 43. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Again, the interior line and some safeties come up and make the plays, but Zaire Livingston, the linebacker, gets the biggest part of it.
Good play on 1st down, because again, if you can get 4 or more, it really opens up the playbook. And I think, even though you don't see a huge sense of urgency, I think Holy Cross just would like to sustain a drive and get in the end zone.
Change in linebacker for the Wolves. Now motion by the Knights. Reset. Play clock almost runs out. They get a quick pass out to Phillips. He makes a catch, gets tackled. His mouthpiece goes flying, breaks the tackle, actually gets first down yardage as he gets shoved out of bounds finally across the 45, and I think it won't be a first down. I think they'll mark him across or at the 40. Well, tell you what, they're having trouble spotting this one. The line judge has been, he started at the 44 and went to the 45, got up to the 46, and he said, now let's do it right here. The back judge had come up and helped him, and I think he thought he was going to spot it. So 3rd and 1 from the 46. Wolves defense would like to get a stop here and get the ball back. Handoff inside, ball loose. Wolves get it. They did indeed. Another handoff to Ramos, and he lost the ball on the tackle. I think Livingston came up with it.
You know, this defense is just doing an outstanding job. When it gets to the money downs, 3rd down, it seems like they've been playing extremely well. And as you mentioned, the same player who scooped and scored got that fumble recovery.
Well, they had a first down if he hangs on to it, and he just didn't do that. So Hamlin comes back with 2 receivers either way. Fake it to Golden, throws it to the slot on the far side, and a tackle is made. Is that again a good pass and catch to Payne? Give him 5 yards to the 45. It's 2nd down and 5.
Good looking group on the offensive side. Young talent that will still have 2 more years after this, Tony.
A late pitch. I think it's Payne. Doesn't get much as he gets wrestled to the ground. Kind of an awkward looking play as they fake the handoff, and then Hamlin kind of took an option look to the right side and pitched it late, and the defense had already come up and made the play. So give him a yard. It's 3rd and 4. Hamlin sends Payne in motion across the offense, rolls this near side, wants to throw it to Payne short. He's not open, wants to throw it long, almost got it picked off as his throw to Mulkey was about 5 yards short as he was beyond the defensive back,
right,
which is Phillips, and goes incomplete. It's 4th down and 4. My guess is 27-0. You'd probably keep the field, the offense on the field, wouldn't you?
Yes, and I think that was the right call. Would have been a lot easier for Hamlin had the ball been spotted on the near hash to us. He's then not having to throw across his body.
Well, he had Payne short for a first down, and he chose to go over his head to an open receiver that just, he couldn't get him the ball. Here's a little flare pass out to the edge. That's Golden. He makes a catch, makes a move, makes a man miss, and gets first down yardage.
Well, let me check that. Hamlin is a left-handed quarterback.
Yes,
so
he is.
He was coming near side.
He was rolling.
He just threw the ball shorter than his open receiver.
He did.
Exactly.
I think he didn't realize how far down the field his receiver was, is what I saw.
Right.
Hamlin again with 2 receivers far side. They run a little option, pitch it to Golden. He has a man to beat, and he doesn't, so it's first down, turns into 2nd down and 10.
Good defensive stop by
Holy
Cross as they strung the play out far side and then gave, as you mentioned, Golden no opportunity to turn that ball up.
That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter because I don't think they're going to snap it in time, and they don't. So that, after 3 quarters, Davenport up 27-0. As we are the Wolves Network.
Stop! The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal. Sell your car for cash at the Labor Day buyback event, in person or at GilmanAuto.com. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. See you there.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
And again, tonight's Gold Out game is sponsored by Casa Roofing. Davenport's Wolves have the ball on the move, 2nd and 10 at the Knights' 30-yard line. And Golden takes a late handoff and busts right up the middle. Big hole, gets into the secondary before anybody touches him. First down yardage inside the 15 to the 14 before he's finally dragged down at the bottom of that pile. If he turns around, we'll see that it is Patrick Ortiz who made the tackle. But he wasn't real excited to make it because he got hit hard. Hamlin again. He chases Golden into the hole and then gets wrapped up and wrestled down inside the 10-yard line for a gain of about 5 to the 9. We played 30 seconds of the fourth quarter.
Good pace,
and
too.
The Wolves are going quickly. Hamlin, shotgun. Throws it in the middle of the field and no one's there. There's a touchdown to Emmett Greiman. The sophomore receiver, makes his 4th touchdown reception of the season. As he was basically at the tight end level, Hamlin faked the handoff to Golden.
Great fake.
And Greiman was right in the middle of the field at the goal line. He tossed it to him for another touchdown. First touchdown of the fourth quarter. The 9-yard pass. The kick is up, and this one is good. We've gone from 27 to 44. I don't think that's right on the scoreboard.
I think it's 34.
I think it's 34 to nothing. We'll take it here as both kickoff coverage and kickoff return teams are already huddled up. 11-10 to go in the game. It's 34 to nothing. Davenport on top of Holy Cross.
Great decision as things settle in. The sophomore, Tristan Hamlin, great ball fake. And then nice touch. Don't overthrow your guy. Don't knock him down. You're only trying to throw a pass about 10 yards. And again, 3 touchdown passes.
3 touchdown passes. A reverse. Payne has caught 2 touchdowns and run for a touchdown. And then Livingston had a fumble return for a touchdown. The 5 touchdowns on the night scoreboard now accurate at 34. It would have been nice to have 44, but we haven't scored that many times. Mendez will walk off his steps, and without any delay, he will put a foot into it here as he approaches the football. This pop-up's kind of short, near side. Fair catch, called for and caught by Trevino. As Holy Cross goes on offense for another time, still looking for some answers to get something to run. Nothing much has been working, and they'll try it again here. 11:08 to go in the game. They will start from their own 33 as our umpire.
They moved that ball. Tony, it's like grab bag out there.
The sticks were at the 34. He decided, no, we're going to start at the 33.
It's his world.
It's the power of the umpire.
That's the toughest spot because you're right behind the defense. You got people moving, crossing patterns, and you got to watch for holding and a bunch of different things.
Alvarado out of the shotgun as they start possession. 2 receivers to the far side. This looks like Perez wiggling up the middle, has some room as they actually blocked for him that time. Off left tackle. Perez gets, they'll call first down yardage to the 44, and it is a 1st and 10.
It's a little gimpy getting up there, but not coming out the game. I like that.
We'll see if he can go on this one as he's still limping in the huddle. Maybe he's just bluffing a little bit too. Alvarado gets the call from the sideline. Alvarado shares it with his lineman. Receivers break off. Perez now doing some hops to make sure his leg's okay.
Another good number 20.
Out of the shotgun. Perez takes it and runs like he knows how, for he's wrestled down by a whole host of defenders. Give him 7 yards up to the 50, 6 yards up to the 50. Down at the bottom of that pile is Judge Erickson, who's been on a lot of tackles tonight, especially here in the second and third and now the fourth quarter.
And, you know, Holy Cross has run off some good rushes of 6, 7, 10, 12, 15 yards. But you have to have the consistency, Tony. You can't put the ball on the ground. You can't turn the ball over on downs. Those things are drive stoppers, and they've killed Holy Cross this evening.
Alvarado with 2 receivers to the right. Drop back, rolls right. Throwing against. Well, looked like he got bumped, but no whistle as his throw is in the ground about 10 yards short of his receiver. Over there, Trevino was one of them. Alvarado goes down, got up, and went back down. Looks like he's shaking up a little bit, pointing it to his right leg. Maybe cramping up, I'm guessing that's what it is, even on a very cool and blustery night.
Well, I was talking to you about water, right?
Yep.
When I get up, you get hydrated. You go from there because, you know, you really don't recognize the exertion, especially with 20 pounds of pads on, and the temperature change is what gets you, Tony, as well. Your body's running hot. You're trying to get in hydration and things of that nature. Water's really the best thing.
So with Alvarado down on the field, we'll take a timeout as well, as it's a 34-0 lead for Davenport. 9:12 to go in the game, and this is the Wolves Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Rudy Rodriguez will run quarterback. He'll have a keeper. He'll try to get first down yardage, but it looks like they stopped him just short at the 47.
Rodriguez almost lost that football, Tony. He was bobbling it there when he got the 9th out of the possible 10th yard needed for a first, and now
Richard Horton and Ryan Howe in on the stop.
Right.
So it is 4th and 1 from the 47.
Execution is what's going to help Holy Cross here. They've got 4th and 1.
They got too many men in the huddle. That's a penalty.
No. Unless they call and use a timeout.
They call the timeout.
Yes,
8:25 to go in the game. We've got timeout on the field. It's 34-0. Davenport on top on the Wolves Network.
Stop! The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. Can't come in person? No problem. Go to GilmanAuto.com for an instant appraisal. Sell your car for cash at the Labor Day buyback event, in person or at GilmanAuto.com. Gilman is ready to appraise your vehicle and give you top dollar. The Labor Day buyback event is happening at Gilman Auto. See you there.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
It'll be 4th and 1 for Holy Cross on this Casa Roofing Gold Out game here at Davenport High. 4th and 1 from the 47 of Davenport. Rudy Rodriguez back in for quarterback as Alvarado has gone out. He'll keep it himself, go right side, and wiggle for enough for a first down. Spun a couple of times, a couple of defenders hit him a couple of times, but nonetheless, Rodriguez goes for the first down. One of those guys hitting him was David Miller, and now there's another player down on the field. So we will look and see. Someone caught up in the pile as that one spun to the right. This was someone near on the near side as they were running away from us. Don't have a number yet. We'll keep it here as there is a brief break with an injured player. The Holy Cross team will go to their sideline. The Davenport team will come to its sideline. 8:22 to go in the game. It's 34-0 Davenport.
Tony, a real great setting. Now that you can just see the lights and you've got this school here in Comal County, and I tell you, the night, I can't ask for a better night to get reconnected and have this broadcast on Thursday with you. This has just been a fun time, and I want to get it in. We hope that the Holy Cross player who's tended to is okay, but just, the crowd was here, and I know some of it has dissipated a little bit here on this near side because of the game definitely well in hand.
That is the right guard, Marco Salas, who is also the one of the place kickers for Holy Cross. Like he must have, probably somebody ran up on him or something, because it looked like it was a lower leg injury, but he walked off on his own power. He'll just have to go to the sideline for one play. Won't be able to join the team on the next play, which will be 1st and 10, as Rudy Rodriguez ran for a first down. 6'1", 190-pound junior. Alvarado, the quarterback, starter at 5'7" and 162. The freshman has gone out. Now the junior is on. Rodriguez out of the shotgun. Wants to roll to the near side. Has a blocker, throws it down the field, and a good-looking pass and a good-looking catch. Nice job, Patrick Ortiz, to go up for it. The freshman makes the catch. Ortiz at 5'9" and 146 looked a lot bigger on that play, but made the catch, and it's first down yardage for Holy Cross. It's actually putting some kind of a drive together here.
Yeah, and the receiver did the right thing, which was possess the ball first. You don't have to take off and run, because if you do and you drop it, it does not count at all.
They'll hand it off to Perez, goes up the middle, squirts for about 5. They'll spot him inside the 33, a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Perez still running hard. He has definitely chewed up a lot of real estate, but has not found a way into the end zone. And right now, this is one of the better opportunities.
This is their best drive of the night with 7:10 to go in the game. Fourth quarter action with a backup quarterback on the field. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top. Rodriguez shotgun snap, gives it to Perez, goes off right guard, gets a burst before he's hit and rustled back. Like Richard Horton got a piece of him there and brought him back.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Good run, though, and that means that the offensive line of Holy Cross is still blocking, still trying to get off the ball, create running lanes for Perez, and doing a good job.
So from the 20, Rodriguez takes the snap, short drop, wanted to throw it quickly, got chased, now runs. He's fast and he's strong with the ball. He'll get about 8 or 9 yards up to the 11, I believe, before he's finally wrestled down. Looked like that was Howe that got him first, and now is that him down? Or is that a Davenport player down on the ground? It is a Davenport player on the ground.
It looks like Livingston, unfortunately.
All right, that is one of our secondary players. Reed Robinson, a backup quarterback, or is it 5? It is 5. It is Livingston. That's okay. It's a hustling middle linebacker that seems to be on almost every play, and this time he just got caught. My guess is when he tried to tackle Perez, he ended up spinning as Perez was spinning, and he got on the bottom side of the body that fell on top of him.
Well, I just knew him by the wristbands.
Yeah,
and he readjusted as he came off the field under his own power. So I think Livingston is fine.
He's walking like he got shook up, is all. And he'll probably have a good night the rest of the night. 6:21 to go. I wouldn't expect to see him back in here.
No.
We got a backup linebacker named Donovan Kirby, the sophomore, also as Livingston's a sophomore, is in that middle spot now. So 2nd and 1 from the 11. Rodriguez hands it to Perez, tries to wiggle, gets some offensive line movement, gets across the 10 to the 9 before he's finally pushed back.
Judge Erickson had him hogtied from around the backside of his waist, trying to pull him backwards in the leg drive of Perez, and then all of a sudden more Davenport Wolves on the defensive effort to stop that for a short gain.
So the first time tonight we've said 1st and goal for the Knights as they work against the Wolves. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. It's 34-0 Davenport. The Knights on the move inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 9. Rodriguez throws it to the slot. It's Phillips. Makes the catch, wrestled right there, down for a short gain of about 4. Brown gets the tackle. So 2nd and goal from the 5. They're on the near hash now. Game clock nears the 5-minute mark at 5:10 and running.
And now good option for Perez or Rodriguez here.
Rodriguez in the shotgun. Perez behind him. Takes the handoff. Perez trying to chase him through the hole. Even though Perez had it, he'll get another gain, a short gain up to the 3. It'll now be 3rd and goal from the 3 as they've gained 4 and 2.
Now it gets real gritty. You're going to have to get low. Low man wins on this one, Tony, on the line of scrimmage. So this is just pure effort. Which team wants this 9 feet?
Yep.
Exactly.
So from the 3, everybody huddles up more tightly. Play clock at 10 as Rodriguez breaks the huddle. Phillips has a conversation. Play clock at 5. Rodriguez shotgun. Perez behind him. He's rolling out. He lost the ball. He picks it up. Now he's on the run. He gets bumped. He gets hit. He gets shoved to the ground. He gets chased. He gets tackled by a bunch of players. Looks like the ball came loose. I don't know what they're going to say. Ball came loose. Officials are talking about it. And
tick, tick, tick,
my
tick.
guess is it was down.
I would think so.
And they're going to keep the ball there. It'll be 4th and goal. The Wolves are acting like that's the call. The referee's still talking. Comes out of the fray. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 9. Rodriguez's biggest problem was just he didn't handle it cleanly off the snap.
Right, and then
everything went awry. So he just had to make a play himself, and he didn't really get very far because the Wolves were all over him.
Well, he loses 6 yards on that one, and that's tough because, again, even if you get a good run by Perez, it's going to take a lot of effort to get 9 yards on the.
I'm not real sure why the play clock stopped because nothing went out of bounds. 4th and goal. Play clock's running. Game clock stuck on 4:06. So 4th and goal from the 9. Rodriguez now 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top. He's got to throw it. Throws a duck intended for the receiver on the right side, but that was just a poorly thrown ball that really didn't go near anybody. I think that was the H-back Flores that he was throwing it to, but it didn't really get to him, so they'll turn it over on downs. And the Davenport defense comes up with the biggest stop of the night, the only real stop. They had to go in the red zone. And here comes the offense with 4 minutes left in the game. They can run out the clock here.
Got some substitutions, but the quarterback, number 10, Tristan Hamlin, still in. He's going to run this 4 minutes, hopefully off the clock for the Wolves.
Be nice if they could run about 6 or 7 plays and run out the clock. They'll give it to Golden, going left, off tackle. Gets 4 or 5 yards. Uh-oh, they lost the ball. He lost the ball. And it wasn't. Yeah, it was Ross. Latrell Ross, the running back, but he lost the ball, and it belongs to the Knights. So a turnover right back to it. From the 13, it's 1st and 10 for Holy Cross.
So gained some yardage, but also fumbled the ball.
So the Holy Cross offense comes back out, and here's Alvarado. As good a job as Rodriguez did, I'm surprised. Perez up the middle, he's got a touchdown. So with 3:43 to go in the game, they get on the board for the first time tonight. Holy Cross with a 13-yard run by Joel Angel Perez, his 8th touchdown of the season. He's averaging 8 yards a carry this year. I don't think he averaged that tonight, but he has a touchdown here on a 13-yard run. And the kicker is Jaden Lopez. And there's a penalty. I think do they have too many men on the field? Oh my goodness. One of the offensive linemen will make his way off the field saying, not my bad, not my bad, not my bad. So instead of kicking it from 20 yards out, this one will be from 25 yards out, and no extra point has been guaranteed tonight by anyone.
That's true, Tony.
So Jaden Lopez, a senior, will handle the extra point. Marco Salas had been the kicker. This extra point is short by a little bit more than 5 yards, so I'm not sure the penalty made a difference. The extra point try is no good. It's 34-6. We'll keep it here as, again, the kickoff coverage team and kickoff receiving teams are huddling up right away. It won't be long before we kick this one off. Davenport leads at 34-6. 3:42 to go in the game on a beautiful Thursday night here at Wolves Stadium on the brand new campus, just 2 years old, this Davenport campus. And they are in their 2nd year of varsity football. Next year they'll be in a UIL district, but not this year. Still trying to play with a lot of freshmen and sophomores. You see sophomores dominate the offensive skill sets. Defense has some juniors in there that are making plays, even a senior or two that came in last year as a junior. So this is the 2nd time we've received a kickoff tonight. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yes.
Start of the game as the Knights deferred, and then here after the Perez scamper into the end zone after the turnover.
So again, Lopez will kick it off for the Knights. The backs, the receiving team is Gabe Martinez, and down the near sideline, a good-looking run back. That is Darion Brown, a starting defensive cornerback, who brought this one back past midfield.
Good return. On
a kickoff return of about 28 yards. They'll spot him at the, let's see where the umpire is going to put it. He's spotting it at the 49. The chains again and the field judge were at the 45, but he decided no, he didn't get that far. So in any event, the ball's at the 49 of Holy Cross, 1st and 10 for a new quarterback.
Yes.
Looks like that is Peyton Sherman, the junior quarterback. Hands it off to Latrell Ross, another junior. Give him no gain to the 49. Some different offensive linemen in there as well. Some of the starters, but not all of the starters. New receivers out there. Play clock running at 10, and they'll try to run it down. Game clock under 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Sherman calls for the snap, hands it off to Ross. He doesn't get much as Mr. Amir Ali is there to greet him. So no gain again. It'll be 3rd and 10. Game clock goes under 2.5 minutes to play. Amir Ali says, I'm still going to keep working. It doesn't matter that the game's over.
Right.
I'm going to keep working. Good-looking player. 6'3", 237, a senior. I've seen enough of. He's an outside linebacker at the next level. Maybe
he's
can,
something.
I'm telling you, he can play, and he's strong. Again, the handoff, and there's Ali. Actually, no. Yeah. That is Becerra, the punter. Also plays linebacker. So now it's 4th and 11. Game clock nears a minute and a half. Play clock's at 20. They'll send the punt unit out. They'll have to punt it at about 1:20 of the game. And Holy Cross will have one more possession. We're struggling to get players in and off the field. I'm not sure we're going to get this off in
you can
time.
take the penalty. That's not going to be. In fact, they'll probably let it run down.
Play clock runs out.
Did they? They took the timeout just to save 5 yards.
Timeout by Davenport will keep it here. Again, reminding tonight's Gold Out game is sponsored by Casa Roofing. Help raise some money for cancer research and the Jimmy V Foundation. So good-looking deal here tonight for Davenport High School as they lead it 34-6. A minute 13 to go. They'll punt this one away, and then the defense will try to put an exclamation point to it, holding Holy Cross without a first down.
And this game has been, I think, very well managed and executed by the home team. Davenport Wolves, I think, Tony, especially in the next couple of seasons, be very interested to see how these players mature, because they'll get 3 seasons with each other. And, if they can continue on and get their linemen getting bigger and stronger, as you mentioned, sophomores and juniors, it could be very interesting for this ball club.
Left-footed punter, which is Mulkey, sends a end-over-end ball. Phillips fields it at the 15, breaks a tackle, gets loose across the 25, finally gets wrestled down at the 30, but a 5-yard return. Some whistles. And another injured player. This one another Davenport player. We'll keep it here for right now, as I'm guessing this won't take too long. The return came back out to the 30-yard line. That's where Holy Cross will start 1st and 10 with 1:01, 61 seconds to go. The player for Davenport is Richard Horton. Defensive end linebacker. Played a bunch of defense tonight, and also playing on special teams. Gets shooken up a little bit. Is that a word, or is it shaken up?
I was going with what you said.
Whatever. It really doesn't matter at this point with 61
do
seconds
I look
to go.
like an English teacher?
From the 31-yard line, the Knights start 1st and 10. It is Alvarado back at quarterback. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top, far side. Alvarado takes it, gives it to Perez. Up the middle he wiggles. Has some room before wrestled to the ground. Bunch of different defenders in there now. That time looked like 32 Donovan Kirby. Kirby gets the tackle. Game clock now goes under 40 seconds to go. So maybe 1 or 2 more plays by Alvarado and the Knights.
Right.
2 receivers to the top side this time. Play clock at 18. He'll give it to the backup. That is the guy who fumbled not too long ago, and that is Joshua Ramos. He hangs onto the ball, gets it up to the 34. A gain of a couple. It's 3rd and 7.
Good play, sticking his nose in there.
Kirby again.
Yes, Donovan Kirby. Good job.
So game clock goes under 10. I'm not sure why they'll snap it again, but I bet they do. Game clock under 5. Alvarado takes the snap, wants to throw it to the edge. A catch made by Phillips, and that'll be the last play of the game. And then he tries to throw the ball to a teammate. It's fumbled, recovered by Davenport, and that's the final play of the game. So a win for Davenport to move to 4-2 on the season. Holy Cross falls to 3-3. Again, a good-looking job by the defense, as everyone on the defense had some good stuff. Tristan Hamilton had a great night at quarterback. Shaston Golden had a great night at running back. And it was Kyler Payne, the sophomore receiver, who had the biggest night. The 3 2-touchdown receptions and a running touchdown. And Steven, some final thoughts?
Listen, I like this Davenport Wolves team. It's very balanced. It's young, but their signal caller looks like he's very comfortable out here on a Thursday night. I'm sure Friday it'll be the same. And he's got playmakers. He's got people who are enthused on defense. And again, I think as this is an up-and-coming high school football team that'll be, as you mentioned, seated and slated somewhere in the UIL system of districts and classifications. I'm going to be very interested to see how this team does. I think in a very good area of football. Yeah, Smithson Valley, you've got New Braunfels teams, you've got people all over, Schertz, Cibolo. This is a great corridor for high school football.
So the Davenport Wolves put an exclamation point to the night. 34-6, they win over Holy Cross. So for Stephen Foster, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless on the Wolves Network.